Hey, what's going on, family? Hey, y'all in the studio live with Al and D. Y'all got a great show today. Al the GM, David the Captain. Hey, man, we bring it to him, man. We got a hard-hitting show today. We can't believe the Falcons turned around and lost that game yesterday, 21-0, and turned around and lost, man. What you think about that, bro?
It's the Falcons' way, baby.
Falcons' way, man. Golly, man. I couldn't believe it, man.
You'll get 30 minutes of good football from the Falcons and a Mike Smith team. 30 minutes.
I know, man. I was in church yesterday, so I couldn't watch the game live, so I recorded it. And I'm peeping back and forth at my phone. You know what I mean? When after I got to church, I ran to my phone, peeping and stuff. I'm seeing 21-0. I'm saying, okay, the Falcons might, you know what I mean? But then I'm looking at it just halftime.
Right.
If it 21-0 in the fourth quarter, I've been happy. But 21-0 at halftime, Falcons only play one half a ball.
That's right, 30 minutes. That's all you get from Mike Smith team.
That's all you get, dude. You know what I mean? So I'm like, come on, man. What the freak, man?
It's the Falcons' way, man. They just can't finish. So at this point, I don't know, man. But
it is truly sad. It's truly sad. But you see, boys clearly frustrated now.
Oh, absolutely.
Arthur Blank is pissed.
Right. He normally don't make comments, but he came out and made the comment that you up 21-0. There's no way you lose this game.
No way you lose this game.
And he kind of cut it off like I ain't got nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say.
So,
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, he's clearly frustrated. He never made comments like that before. So, do Mike Smith survive the bye week at this point?
I think he survived the bye week. Only reason I think he survived the bye week because Arthur Blank don't like to run off emotions. You know, being a successful businessman, he's not moved by emotions. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only thing that helped Mike Smith survive the bye week. But I tell you what, if I was Arthur Blank after that game right there, and this is what you would hear in my office with him and Thomas Dimitro. All you hear is tossing.
Furniture
move, dude. That's what you would hear. If I'm involved off the blank. I put hands on them cats, man. I got $130-some million and you can't win no game.
Right.
I put hands on them, man. Sue me. You just have to sue me. But these hands gonna be on you. What you think, man?
Hey, Mike Smith probably needs some hands on him right now. Him and Thomas Dimitrov, man, I have no idea what's going on. They conservative. At halftime, we had a chance to go get some more points.
Yes, we did.
Julio even came out and like, what happened?
Yep.
It's like in the past, we'd normally try to go down there and get a field goal, get some points. But this game, we just played it conservative, so Julio Jones is frustrated. I think the whole team is frustrated at this point, man.
I think the last time me and you talked, I think Mike Smith has lost that locker room. They won't come out and say it. I think those guys don't believe in Mike Smith anymore.
They don't, and Mike Smith had the nerve in the locker room to give him a conference of when you got a champ on the rope, you got to knock him out. Well, what's that? But he went conservative at the end of the first half. He didn't try to knock him out.
Yeah, he had a minute 14.
So that was his halftime locker room speech.
Minute 14, 2 times out.
Right.
And you sit on the ball.
Sit on the ball. It's contradicting. I have no idea what Mike Smith doing. It's time for him to kick rocks at this point, man.
It is time for him to go. You know what I mean? It's definitely time for him to go. And, you know, I have nothing else to say, pretty much. All I can say, like we named this show here, Love Don't Live Here Anymore. I have disconnected myself emotionally from the Falcons this year. That's why I ain't as upset as I would have been. I would have been extremely pissed.
Absolutely.
I'm not.
But the scary thing is, this NFC division is still wide open.
Yeah, everybody.
It is still wide open. Besides, the Saints blowing out Green Bay Packers last night, but they still about a game and a half up.
Yeah, they 2-3-5 or 3-4 or something like that. However, you know what?
We're not going to catch them. But the scary thing is, the division is open still.
I think whoever wins the division, I think 8-8, 9-7 gonna win you the division.
Right.
Nobody gonna take off in this division. You know what I mean?
Right.
However, I know it won't be the Falcons. I just don't believe that they can go on a run under Mike Smith regime and win that many games.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But still the scary part, man, because the Falcons seem to mess up a wet dream, man.
Yes, they will.
Just despite us, they're going to run and miss out on the top draft pick. Knowing these.
You're right. You know what? But that don't surprise me. But hey, man, I got breaking news, bro. Breaking news in from Las Vegas, dude.
What's the breaking news, Al?
The bye week is +3 against the Falcons. The bye week is +3 against the Falcons.
They ain't even playing nobody.
I'm like, man, you don't never know what you're going to get in the Falcons, man. You never know what you're going to get. So, but when I read Mark Bradley article today and saw Arthur Blank said that he has nothing else to say and he's frustrated, it's going to be Mike Smith's job is done. I believe even if they're going to run, they're done.
I don't know. I probably, but I just don't know. But yeah, probably.
I really believe that Arthur Blank don't believe. And what I'm saying, even if Mike Smith go on a run, I don't believe he believes in Mike Smith can get him to that next level anymore. So that's what I'm saying. Even remember when Chicago fired Lovey after a 10-6 season,
right?
I just don't believe that he believe in Mike Smith anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility. Like I said, I never heard him make a comment like that in the public. Know about his coaches or his team, but clearly he's at his edge at this point.
But I truly believe if Mike Smith and the Falcons lose the next 2 games to Tampa Bay and Carolina, Mike will be gone in the season. Done. I think he'll be gone in the season. I think he figuring if Arthur Blank probably looking at it, okay, we 2-0 in the division. If we beat Tampa and Carolina our next 2 games, we still got a shot. He's still a businessman, so he's looking from that angle. But if they happen to lose those 2 games or lose one of them, I think Mike Smith will be gone before we get to Cleveland.
Okay, it's a good point. A good point. We are 2-0 in the division, and that's the most important games.
Yeah,
the division games. So, you make a good point.
Yeah, what you think about the Evan Shine article that came out was saying Mike Smith, he came in and saved Atlanta, but however it's time for change.
I completely agree with it, man. Like I say, in 2008, we brought Mike Smith in. I believe he was the type of personality we needed here. Mm-hmm. And he did save the franchise after everything we had went through with previous coaches, the Petrino and all of that. Mike Smith is the right guy. He ended up having a couple winning seasons, back-to-back winning season, which the franchise had never done until he came in. Mm-hmm. But I just believe his philosophy and is stale, and the league done caught up with it or something, or whatever it is at this point. His time has passed, and like every great champion or whatever, it's come that time when it's time to hang it up or move on.
Exactly. However, but one thing I can't stand that we talk about this every show about the ignorance and arrogance. I don't know if it's ignorance or just blatant arrogance, but Mike Smith, they constantly do dumb stuff. You know what I mean? They in New England traded, like we talked about, they traded the other week for a linebacker because they needed a linebacker. Clearly see Paul Warlow too slow.
Right.
Clearly see he can't. He's a liability just on the field.
Period. Right.
We need to go get somebody. Let's trade somebody. You know what I mean? To get somebody's in here, even though if the season is still a loss, let's build on the give the fans something to say. Well, we got something to look for next year. We got a linebacker now. Let's trade for a defensive end. Let's do some kind of moves. Or if we can't get none of that, let's trade somebody like a Steven Jackson and try to get extra picks.
Right, for the future.
For the next GM, because clearly I think both of those, Thomas Dimitroff and Mike Smith, is gone at the end of the season.
And they should be. They should be. They haven't done anything to prove that it's getting better. They should be here. Mm-hmm. So clearly they should be gone. My personal opinion is they probably should be gone in the season. At least Dimitroff, he should be fired at this point. Because I don't think you really need him the rest of the season. One, you got Scott Pioli in there now. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to go for Scott Pioli, you can let Pioli finish the season as the interim GM or whatever. So clearly, I think Dimitroff should be out now.
Yeah, to start sending the message.
Right, absolutely.
Just send a message. And I'm thinking, at least after Tuesday, the trading deadline, that's tomorrow. Right. After tomorrow, trading deadline, yeah, you can let Dimitroff go. And especially if he don't make no moves and he doing that, all the contracts going to be at the end of the year anyway. Right. And then, like you say, you got Scott Pioli there if you need to make a move. But if your GM gone and you're in the middle of a GM, they ain't doing any renegotiating contracts.
Absolutely. So that's the move I'll probably make. And we talked about it earlier. You can even use that philosophy with Mike Smith too, and put one of the interim coaches, if you want to try to give him some fire or something we talked about on earlier show, fire Nolan. And it's different things you can do to put people on notice right now.
Exactly. Instead of doing anything.
Right, instead of doing nothing.
You know, on the problem I have with Mike Smith is that same press conference, those same answers, there's no fire, there's no just nothing. It's that blah, you know what I mean? That monotone. We didn't play in all three phases of the game. We didn't execute effectively.
Not the results we wanted to get, obviously, but that's all stuff we know.
We know that. We've been hearing that for years. So, hey, man, it's time to, bring in somebody else in here that can get the job done. But I want to play a clip because Mike Tomlin, they had a blunder in September when the Steelers wasn't looking too well.
Right.
This was Mike Tomlin's interview, guys.
We're not going to make any excuses. We're going to chew everything that we got coming, obviously. But more importantly than that, we're going to focus on getting better. That's what's going to change the outcome of these football games. And those that don't ain't going to be a part of us. I have great patience. We'll continue to work and get better as long as I see belief and effort and continued improvement in detail, because that's what's going to change the outcome of these games. If I don't, they ain't going to be a part of it, whoever it may be. It's just that simple.
And that's passion right there.
Right, that's passion. That's fire. You letting your players know right now that you got to get better, and I got to see you getting better. Otherwise, I'm getting rid of you.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But Mike Smith and this Mike Smith regime and Dimitrov, they fall in love with players, man. Mm-hmm. And we mentioned it a lot on this show that it's a buddy system here.
It is.
And that's not going to win you championship. Point blank, period.
No, it's not. Personally, Carl Bierman, 71, we always talk about it.
Right.
He still ain't doing. He had a sack on Matt Stafford yesterday. He could have got him. Matt was able to get the ball off.
Right.
You know what I mean? The guy's clearly. I think him and his wife is more interested. Well, it ain't got nothing to do with his wife, but he's more interested, I think, in being a reality star than a football player at this point in his career.
Well, he ain't that far into his career, but whatever floats his boat, it's let him do what he do. But clearly, he won't be a part of the Atlanta Falcons if I had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm. And if I told you yesterday, Calvin Johnson not going to play, Reggie Bush not going to play, three of their starting tight ends weren't going to play, and you're going to lose Nick Farley in the first quarter, you'd be like, hey, man, that's a win, baby. We're going to win.
That's a W. But that's what it's been like all year for us, man. Mm-hmm. With Detroit, that happened with Cincinnati. They best player didn't play.
That's true. So
it's been that way the whole year. The only thing the Falcons has been consistent at is being inconsistent.
That's true. And when you become inconsistent the way they're playing, this coaching is borderline nothing but coaching. The players is not respecting you. That's just like I tell my kids, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm keep telling them don't do that, but there's no repercussions.
Right.
They're not gonna care.
Right.
I don't care how he gonna say it. Don't do it.
Right.
But when I bring out some kind of punishment and get their attention, whether it's a spanking or whether it's punishment or whatever it is, now I got their attention.
Absolutely.
And now they're gonna correct their they're gonna get it in order. And that's the same thing with these players. You can cut your weakest link.
No, absolutely.
Or trade or bring somebody else in to show these guys, hey, I might not be here next year, but now you playing for your football career next year here. And I think guys will step up, at least play harder.
They will. No, go ahead. I'm just
saying, at least give you more than what they're giving you, because right now I just think they have quit. I think they truly quit.
I agree with you. They have quit on Mike Smith, but that's not, like I say, the passion, the willing to cut a player. That's not his personality. Clearly, he's a soft coach. He's a player's coach, and he's not gonna do it.
Yeah,
clearly.
So he'd rather lose his job or put his job in jeopardy. Which his job? He's on the hot seat, man. His seat is he might as well call a rocket back from him.
Yeah, his seat on fire. It's more than hot at this point. It's
more than
flaming.
It shit is flaming, dude. And
So-
there's no. I just don't think nothing Mike Smith can do right now. Even if they're going to run and go 10-6, I still don't think they're going to be enough for him to keep his job at the end of the year.
We'll see, but we probably won't see because I don't think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But never know. But that's what scares me. If he do and Blank come out and keep him, then I'm clearly frustrated with that. But I think Blank need to fill them at that new stadium. He need to set them PSLs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's Mike Smith. My gut saying, yeah, you're correct. No matter what Mike Smith do, he's gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my gut is saying. But
and I'm not here to bash on Mike Smith because I truly believe the guy's a good guy.
right. I think
He's a good-hearted guy. I think he genuinely care about his players.
Absolutely.
But I just think that the ship has
Sunk,
man. The ship just
it's sunk.
There's nothing he don't know how to write it. He write the ship back. You know what I mean? Him not Dimitri know how to write this thing.
Absolutely.
And I think that they are saying, well, since we don't know how to get this thing back on the road, we just gonna keep the path that we're going. And I'm like, you can't just keep going that path. You know what I mean?
It's the wrong way.
That's the wrong way. You clearly see that's the wrong way. But those guys don't. I heard one lady said, "You tore our churches down for this."
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, I wonder. Hope it ain't a curse. Hope it ain't a curse. You tore 2 churches down, and we ain't really won a game.
Yeah.
Since they last service in the building, we won a game. I think that was right at the Tampa game.
They better start praying for forgiveness. Because you're right.
They haven't won a game, man. And now the Falcons starting to lose sponsors and stuff.
They lost a sponsor?
Yeah, man, they lost a sponsor, man. Viagra, man.
Viagra, what happened?
Viagra said even they can't help the Falcons rise up. So
wow.
I was like, man, so maybe we need to change the song, man.
What we're gonna change the song to?
Wise up. We need to wise up. Because, man, that rise up ain't working, bro. That wise up ain't working, man. I'm like, man.
Yeah, it's bad, brother.
But yesterday, right? Did you see that Matt Ryan interception?
I did.
What in the heck Matt was looking at?
I have no idea, but he came out and basically said he didn't see the guy there, obviously. He was rolling to his left, and he threw across his body. We didn't even have a receiver there.
No, that's what I'm saying. So throw it out of bounds. Why you going?
Right. Well, Matt ain't got no arm, but so
yeah,
he probably should have threw it to the shorter side of the field.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But I'm like, I saw that interception. I'm like, those are throws that I expect a first year rookie to make.
Right.
You know what I mean? A Jake Locker. A Jake Locker, I think, will make those. Matt Schaub will make those type of mistakes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Matt Ryan shouldn't be making that type of throw 7th year in the league.
No, clearly you eat the ball. If you ain't got no way to go with it, just take the sack, let the player another down, or punt or whatever. You can't give them that type of field position. Even though defense held and made him kick 3, but still that was a momentum swing.
That was that, and you know what? And hats off, man. Hats off to the defense. They played about as well as they could possibly play yesterday.
They did. They didn't do a bad job.
They shut the Lions out, man, in the first half.
They did. They did.
I don't expect them to do that all game. They're not that talented group of guys that can shut somebody out all game, or even hold those guys down. Eventually, we had to keep scoring. If we don't keep scoring, that defense ain't gonna hold all game.
Right, which is the strength of this team. Supposedly, is the offense. So I don't know if I even believe in that at this point. The way we consistently not score at times.
Exactly. But I'm gonna get hats off to Steven Jackson, reaching 11,000 yards. He only 19th player to ever reach that landmark of 11,000 yards.
Right.
So hats off to Steven Jackson.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that.
And I don't. How can I put this, man? The Dirk Cutter. Why the hell are we still throwing the ball? That 31, the boat screen.
Right, that was clearly a bad call. You run the ball, you knock off a good 40 seconds, and you probably win the game.
You probably would have won the game because you know what? And I looked at it, right? I was looking at from where we was at that point. He could have nailed the ball twice and gave him the ball back with 18 seconds because they ain't really had no timeouts.
Right.
And he could have put it with 18 seconds. We could have did anything else instead of throwing that ball.
Right. Which is obviously the clear mistake to even put the ball in the air at that point because the clock is your friend. So
exactly.
And those are the type of mistakes that gonna get Mike Smith fired. Just stupid stuff where he consistently get out coached. And that's clearly out coached.
Exactly. He's consistently doing dumb stuff like that. We can go back to several games when he was 3rd-and-1, he threw the ball. 4th-and-1,
right.
He tried to throw the ball. Come on, man. You got a 250-pound running back, and he gonna fall for a yard.
Right.
You mean tell me I'm paying him $4 million? Falcons paying him $4 million, and he can't get you 1 yard? Well, he need to be cut.
Right.
He needs to get another game check.
I totally agree with you, Jim. I totally agree, but like I say, Mike Smith, man, I just don't believe him in him anymore as a coach. So if we get a good coach in here, I think the Falcons can get back on top fairly quickly.
I think it's a short tweet.
Right, but we definitely got to get better in some position, like say that linebacker position. Mm-hmm. We need an end and probably some more depth, or possibly some starters on the offensive line. If you get that, I think you instantly a contender.
I do, because you got skill players.
Right, those 3 positions, you dress those and you back in the hunt.
I think we held on to Roddy a year too late. Even though I like Roddy, I think he's a great player. But I think that we should have, if we didn't trade him or cut him, or if we'd have kept him still, I think we should have dangled him out there to see what his worth is.
It's a possibility.
It's a business. You know what I mean? It's a business. And right now, I think you need picks. I think we need picks to build this team. In the draft, you're going to have, you should get a spectacular player in the first round. But however, your team is built in that 3rd and 4th round. That's why most teams, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, those are the diamonds in the rough that you find that be like, wow.
Right.
And they keep you in the salary cap for years.
Right, because they get low salaries.
They get low salaries, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
I totally agree. So, maybe the next guy coming here have a better sense of personnel and talent and know how to bring the right people in to, like I say, get us through this time.
Mm-hmm.
And but we still kind of set back with the money right now, so we got to figure out what we're gonna do with those large bad contracts.
But no football contract is guaranteed. I don't think it's guaranteed this year.
The bonus. Right, the bonus.
However, I know we only had it for 1 year, but I'm letting 99 go next year. I'm letting Tyson Jackson go. I'm gonna keep Corey Peters. I think he's done a dang good job this year. He always did a decent job, even when before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He was stout. I'm keeping Corey Peters. I'm gonna let 99 go. Of course, and I might even keep Babs because he can be my rotation DT. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I got to wipe all my linebackers unless Spoon take the bare minimum.
Okay. So you get rid of the rookies? Shimbo?
I keep Shimbo.
Okay.
But Bartu,
the starters,
Warlow, I got to let them go.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not even really costing me a whole lot on defense. But I got to go get somebody in here, veteran, and somebody who can stay healthy. I know that's why Spoon would get the league minimum to me if he want to take it. If he don't want to take it, I let him walk.
Right.
Right now, it's all about building this team.
Right.
And I think a new GM that has no emotional ties to these players or draft any of these players, that's what it's going to take to get these guys.
And that typically happens. Hopefully, Arthur goes in that direction, like you say, completely clean house.
Mm-hmm.
I like Pioli, but I think we completely need to clean house from the current GM down, and start new.
Start over new. Do you let Rich McKay go?
He's probably not going nowhere.
Yeah, he's mainly the president.
Yeah, he's probably not
run
going
the
anywhere.
operations every day, so he really not involved in a lot of that stuff there.
Right, personnel decisions.
But yeah, that kid, James Stone, man, I liked him. The center.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
He's physical.
Mm-hmm.
He's physical, and I think he's a keeper. I think he just needs a little bit work. Somebody, a veteran center, come in and work with him.
Okay.
I even bring McClure back just to work with, not to sign McClure to play, but bring him back as a coach to get him up to speed. Man, McClure played 14 years. You don't play 14 years if you ain't decent. So I think the kid, man, he really is a raw talent. He just needs to be trimmed and shaped right now.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he looks pretty good, and all of my reports say he's a very intelligent guy. He's really smart. He's kind of one of them odd players. He snapped the ball with both hands.
Yeah.
So
it's
unique.
When what it was when Matt Ryan was underneath him, he'd snap it with his right hand. When he in the shotgun, he snap it with his left hand.
Something like that. So that's a unique skill set to have. But yeah, I like the kid.
I like him, man. I do like him. Of course, and he's strong. Joe Brawley got pushed back a couple times. I like Brawley tenacity, and he will fight, but he got to get stronger, man. And this kid was physical. This kid played against the number one defense, Ndamukong Suh and Nick Farley. So he didn't play against no chump DTs.
Right. Well,
he held his own pretty good.
He did. There's a Tennessee guy. Of course, we don't really draft from the conference, right? But Tip Costa, but he's a Tennessee guy, so he played against good competition his whole collegiate career. So he probably a little bit more further along than the average Joe.
Yeah.
So I like Brawler. I like his tenacity. I like his the fact that he'll get after you with that toughness. But this kid got some talent.
This kid got some talent, man, and I think he should be a keeper. I keep him. I work with him in the offseason and get him right, man. I don't know if he'll be my starter because I like what Joe Brawley
right.
had.
He had to earn that. He got to earn it.
But if he come out there busting heads as a center and not making mistakes, like yesterday, the holding call they called on him. It was holding, but come on, man, it's holding on every play. I thought that was they just wanted to throw their flag on something yesterday.
They did. It was one of them odd games too, because the whole field goal kick they called delay of game, but. If you go back and look at the game, Matthew Stafford had several delay of games that they did not call. Mm-hmm. The clock clearly hit 0 and they let it play. But that's the one they called.
Maybe I don't know the rules of the game like I thought I did, but I thought the game can't end on a defensive penalty. But if the offense calls a penalty, game over. Because it's a 10-second runoff, and they didn't have no timeouts.
Right, it was something suspicious about how that went.
I'm like, okay, you caused the penalty,
and they get a
re-kick.
Right, clearly after you missed it, seemed like that should be it.
Yeah, that should have been it. That should have been.
Why should you get a do-over?
I was like, okay. So, but everybody says in the rule book, but if it was, the game should have been. To me, the game should have been over. Right.
There's clearly something suspicious about that. If that's the rule, they need to revisit that rule because it's clearly a flawed rule.
Exactly.
So
exactly. But those guys let me down, man. Detroit only had one weapon. That was Golden Tate yesterday.
Right.
And he's not even a 45. He's a 380. You know what I mean? Right. And we got beat by 380, bro.
Right.
I see if you get Kevin Johnson out there.
He looked like a AR or something yesterday. 7 for 151 yards.
Yeah, one of them was on that 59-yard play. Ishmael let him get behind him. I'm like, you never let him get behind you. What are you doing?
Right. Yep. 3rd and 25.
30-25, bro. It was 2nd and 35.
Right. So I have no idea, man. Them guys clearly making a lot of mental errors out there.
They are, and I'm clearly. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm clearly frustrated right now with these boys. You know what I mean? I'm clearly frustrated with the Falcons, man. You know what I mean? I'm still. I ain't ready to give up my membership yet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be I bleed red and black, man. That's Georgia. That's the Falcons. But at the same time, man, it is frustrating, and I hope Arthur Blank see the writing on. I'm sure he do. He
see it. Like I say, just the comments. He see it.
Yeah, he see it.
Everybody know the media's really talking about it. Adam Schefter came out talking about it today. So, it's out there at this point.
It's out there, and like I say, Mike Smith is a good guy. But hey, man, it's time to ride out.
Man, it's time to ride out, man. Maybe it is. No, this will help him. And the next job he get, I'm sure he's gonna get hired somewhere. Maybe not right now. Maybe it'll be a year or so. But maybe this happen. Maybe the next time he'll know what to do, how to be a little tougher, how to be more professional in business, and not these players' friends so much. So maybe it'll work out for him.
Maybe it'll work out for him. But and then another thing, man, I'm really concerned about Matt. Matt's starting to make some bad decisions this year.
It is, but it's the pressure too. Matt kind of folds a lot when he started getting hit and that pressure. He kind of he regress and he's not the same player.
But I'm like, okay, you got all these Lamborghinis around you. You got the Julio. You got Harry Douglas, which could probably start on half the teams in the NFL.
All right.
As a 1 or 2. He's a 3 with us, but Harry could probably be a 1 or 2 somewhere else. At least a 2.
Right.
You got Roddy. Then you got 4 backs. You know what I mean? You I know your line is suspect, but at the same time, you got plenty of weapons. And I'm like, even if Dirk Cutter calling some bomb plays, I check down out of it.
Right.
Right now, Matt should be long in his career, mature enough in his career to where he can take the reins at any given time.
Right. You see a lot of veterans, like I say, a Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. If they get a call, they'll wave it off or call what they see.
Exactly.
No, but Matt don't do that. He got the personality too, like a Mike Smith. That's his personality too, where he just gonna go along with it and not make too many waves.
Yeah, but man, it's really frustrating to see that guy dropping back in that shell like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man. You know. And I'm a big Matt Ryan fan. I try to defend Matt much as I can, but some of the moves that he's making put me on the hot seat, bro. With people I'm talking with.
Right, it does, man. A lot of, like I say, it's a mixed group who like Matt and don't like Matt. I think he's an average quarterback, but I do think he's good enough to win a championship. Mm-hmm. But he's not a spectacular who's gonna make everybody around him better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everything got to be perfect, kind of for Matt.
Yeah,
to win. So
yeah. So, and how long Tyler Stark get cut as soon as Mike Smith leave?
He'd probably be leaving, walking out with Mike Smith because nobody gonna keep him. He's garbage. He might as well pack his bag too, and he can carry Mike Smith and his bags out together.
Yeah, because hey man, he hadn't even been on the field. Well, he ain't good enough to get on the field.
Right.
He wasn't even good enough to make this roster.
Right. Absolutely.
For one, you know what I mean. So he'd definitely be probably one of the first people to cut.
Right, buddy, man, buddy.
And it cost him, and it gonna cost Mike Smith.
Absolutely, it should.
Yeah, it gonna cost him, man. But man, did you get a chance to see that game last night with New Orleans Saints and Green Bay?
I did. It started out good, and it turned ugly.
It turned real ugly, man. I watched it up until it was 16-16, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna go and lay it down. I got to get up in the morning. Man, I woke up that morning, it was 40-something. I was like, God.
Right. But what happened, though, Aaron Rodgers pulled a ham or something. He was running, and you seen him grab the back of his leg, and clearly he wasn't the same after that.
That happened. But that happened before I laid it down. I turned it off.
So, and that what turned the game. After that, the Saints got to win. They run, and Green Bay really couldn't do nothing offensively.
And I think Green Bay offense made 2 key mistakes that cost them.
What's that?
One was that onside kick. You know, you didn't get the ball, you gave them short field. Even though I think you held them to 3 with that, but still, I wouldn't have went for that. Not there. And that second one was when you tried to get cute and throw the Julius Peppers. When you down there on 2. I got Randall Carr and Jordan Nelson and Eddie Lacy. I'm not throwing nothing to Julius Pepper. Give me a sack, cuz. I don't need you to catch the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what kind of hurt him when and then Sean Payton opened the floodgate along with them chicken foots and voodoo. They said they want to say. I can care less. I can care less.
Yeah, yeah, that was clearly big mistakes. I kind of missed some of it. I seen most of it, but yeah, I kind of missed some of it too. So, but they still fine. I think Green Bay, if they got a bye week, they'll be fine. But
yeah, they will, man. But what do you think? How I feel, man? Let's do a hot or not, man. How about Philman, Miami head coach? You think he on the hot seat?
He's on the hot seat.
Is he?
Yep. After what they dealt with last year, and he still ain't winning, and clearly he on the hot seat.
Well, of course we know Mike Smith on the hot seat.
Right.
How about Ron Rivera?
Ron, I think is safe. He just come off the winning the division. They started off slow last year and got on this hot streak, and got a good chance to win the division again this year. So I think Ron is safe.
How about Lovey? I know he just got there, but
Love is safe. Yeah.
Lovey safe?
Yeah, it's his first year. You got to give him time. Tampa was a bad team.
Yeah, but sometimes, man, them cats don't care about that. Sometimes them cats move you out of there.
That's true, but I think they like. He can't change it overnight. I know they system and buy into the system.
How about Mike Tomlin?
Wow, that's a tough one. Steelers normally don't fire their coaches like that. They're normally pretty loyal to their coaches. So that's tough though. But if they do let him go, I definitely, if I'm the Falcons, will look at him.
Yeah, definitely. Got a Super Bowl here, prove go.
Right.
Rex, my man, Sexy Rexy.
Yeah, Rex on the hot seat.
Rex hot seat, the Rex seat done burned up.
Rex seat right and burned up.
Did you see that damn game yesterday?
I did.
Gino threw some pick, and then he put Vic in there. Vic was just as bad.
Yeah, Rex on the hot seat, man. He done.
Rex seat done burned up.
It's flaming like Mike Smith song.
Yeah,
they flaming together.
Gus Bradley, man, down to Jacksonville.
Wow, man. I think Gus might have one more year, maybe. Jacksonville just everybody came into Jacksonville. Nobody win in Jacksonville,
no.
So I don't know what else they can do. Gus he came from a good system, the Seattle system. I don't know, man. I think they might give him another year though.
They might give him one more. I could see him giving him one more.
Yeah,
because that'd be about what? This is year 2 here, right?
Right.
And one more be year 3. And I don't think he won no more than 2 games last year. Right now, he won in 6 this year.
That's a franchise I can see probably relocating though.
Yeah.
That's because they're so traditionally bad.
Yeah, in Jacksonville.
Right.
How about my man Jeff Fisher?
Jeff Fisher, St. Louis. That's a tough division. He probably on the hot seat too.
I think Jeff C on hot, bro. It was warming up, bro.
Yeah, they missed out on some quarterbacks because they went with Sam Bradford, who consistently been hurt.
Yeah,
but that's a tough division and tough to win in, man. That's a tough job. Whoever come in to play in that division right now, but I think he's on the hot seat.
I think so. Yeah, I think so too. But so it's gonna be several openings this year, man. I think it's gonna be several. I think Pittsburgh gonna right this ship. I think they're going to...
that's a tough, man. They normally, like I say, don't get rid of coaches like that.
They don't had 3 coaches since 1969.
Right. They don't give them a chance.
Knowles, Coward, and now Tomlin since 1969. But you know, That is true. They don't get rid of him like that.
But like I said, if they do, I think he's a great coach.
Yeah.
I would definitely, if I'm this Atlanta organization, would definitely look at him.
Yeah, at least entertaining.
Absolutely.
At least entertaining. Because guy done won a Super Bowl, and he's a fiery coach, but he's also a players coach too. The players love him.
They do. They love him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, but they're his defensive side of the ball coach too.
Yeah. I think what's killed Pittsburgh, though, is kind of Todd Haley, man, the offensive coordinator. I don't think they never really gel. Ben Roethlisberger and him gel like that.
I don't know if they really Todd Haley. Yeah, I don't think Pittsburgh and Todd Haley was a good match.
Right.
Because Pittsburgh always been a bruiser city. They always had a big back.
So that's what I think their problem is up there.
And the defense, man, Palomalu days is done, bro.
He's done.
He's still good.
He's still a good player. Of course, he can't do what he used to do, obviously. But
I think Palomalu, I think they held on to him a little too long. I think he should have been gone about a season or two ago from Pittsburgh. That's my personal opinion.
He gonna retire still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna retire still.
So, but hey man, but that's about it, man. Hey man, did you see that video clip, man? We go with Josh Childress, man, the flying elbow, man.
No, I missed
He
it.
threw a flying elbow on somebody, man. I'm like, damn, this cat came from overseas and became violent, dude. In the NBA, bro, flying elbow. I'm like, wow, these cats are tripping, bro.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Wow. That's crazy.
That was, bro. I was like, geez, cat. But how about the man up segment, man?
Goodness gracious, man. I'm gonna have to ask the whole Falcons team this day to man up, man. Get a W. Man up and get a W.
I don't know who to put. I don't know who to put. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of tough with me too. So I'm just going the whole team right now, man. They need to come together.
I got to second you on that one, man. I done put Blank man up. I done put Dimitrov man and Mike Smith man. Right now it's the whole organization, man. I need to man up and get a win, but at the same time I don't want to win too much.
You're right. Don't want to win too much. I'm just tired of talking negative about it. I need to say something good about it.
Exactly, man. We done had 5 shows.
It's just bad.
Just bad, bro. I'm like, damn, man. Even New Orleans got to win. I can't stand them stinking ain't.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I can't stand them Panthers. I can't stand the Bucks. I can't stand none of them.
We true birds,
we
baby.
true birds fans.
That's right.
But damn, they're making it hard, dude.
They making it hard, man.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to be a Falcons fan.
It's hard to be a Falcons fan, dude. You know what I mean? A couple more losses, dude. No matter stop showing up. You know what I mean?
Let's pull out the paper bag with these jokers, man.
God damn, man. I need these kids to rise up or wise up.
All right, show me something.
See, bro. Except Mike Smith. We didn't play in all 3 phases of the game.
But we're going to get this fixed.
When?
When I'm out of here.
Exactly, dude.
When the next guys come in, we'll get it fixed.
We'll get it fixed in. Exactly, man. Exactly, man. But, hey, that's it, man. Hey, you know what, though? I ain't even a big baseball fan, man, but I'm pulling for Kansas City Royals, man, in that World Series against San Francisco Giants, man. They're down 3-2, though. I think the Giants might put them away, but I'm pulling for the Royals, man. I just like the underdog.
Cinderella team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a baseball fan either, so I can care
less. But I'm pulling for them.
Yeah, it's good to see the underdogs pull one out.
Yeah, so. But it is what it is, man. Hey, it been real, ATL. It been real, and we trying to rise up. But hell, if a Viagra belly not, they can't get the Falcons to rise up. Hell, we can't either.
All right. But we're going to try.
And like I say, once again, if I was off the blank and Mike Smith and Tom Dimitrov, this what y'all will be hearing.
Furnace is moving.
I be jamming it.
Punch there.
Hey, but ATL been real, man.
Till next time.